Well, thunderstorms down across southeast Arkansas, a bit more robust than expected. We now have that leading edge of showers and a couple of isolated rumbles of thunder making its way into the southern part of the city. Right now, just south of Interstate 30, right near the 430 and 440 interchanges. It'll be moving northward. Some heavier rain moving through the Sheridan area and through Jefferson County. Across South Arkansas, mainly light to moderate rain. Just a couple minutes, we'll get a little bit closer look at where the rain is and where it's headed. Plus, let you know if summer's ever going to end. Your forecast first for Little Rock. After scattered showers and thunderstorms early tonight, look for a partly cloudy day for your Tuesday. Another hot one's on the way. We're going to top it out in the mid-90s. KARK 4 News at 10 starts right now.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KARK 4 News at 10.
There's nothing I can say that is going to change the pain in their heart.
Does that scare you?
It does. It truly does.
Tonight, a fired Little Rock police officer who shot and killed a man earlier this year is opening up in his first ever interview. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Ashley Katz.
Well, good evening. I'm Bob Clausen. Charles Starks was fired by the Little Rock Police Department because he walked in front of Bradley Blackshire's car, ending in deadly force. His lawyer arguing that shots were fired before the policy violation and there were no options.
In an exclusive interview, the former officer talks with KARK's Mitch McCoy about the shooting, where nothing was off limits and why he wants his job back. Mitch?
Yeah, Bob and Ashley, good evening. The conversation lasted more than 50 minutes. Starks tells me he believes he shouldn't be fired, that he can be an officer again in the city of Little Rock, and believes he can help the community heal.
Every day we try to just find something positive to build off of.
Former Little Rock police officer Charles Starks says he lives day by day. He feels the Civil Service Commission, which upheld the city's decision to terminate him on a policy violation, judged the shooting, not the actual violation.
I'm disappointed more in the way that it appeared just hours into the beginning of the hearing, how it didn't appear that it was going to be an unbiased judgment.
How often do you think about the shooting?
In the past 7 months, there hasn't been a minute that's gone by that hasn't been in the front of my mind. Children's birthday parties, family gatherings, hanging out with friends, being with my wife. It's always there.
What do you think about?
I see the stare that I was given when I got out of the vehicle asking to see his hands.
Though some things are a blur, Starks says he clearly remembers the fear he could be shot.
I was being hit by the car, and I was still concerned with a gun coming up from him.
Starks' chain of command cleared him of the policy violation, but Police Chief Keith Humphrey did not, and terminated Starks for walking in front of Bradley Blackshire's car.
Do you feel like you did anything wrong that day?
No. Do I have an incredible amount of guilt? I have guilt that what I did caused 5 children to not know their father growing up. But had I not done what I'd done, my child would have never known me growing up.
The Blackshire family has called Starks' actions destructive, but the former officer says his actions were prompted by Blackshire's actions.
Labeling them destructive by the meaning of that word, I took someone's life. That has destroyed their family, and understandably so. So while I may disagree with them labeling it as that, I understand why they would say that.
Starks feels he can be an effective Little Rock police officer again.
There's no doubt in my mind that if a judge sees this the way it should be done and overturns it, reinstating me, that I can play a vital role in not only making a difference in this community, but if allowed, helping this community heal.
He feels there's nothing he can say to the Blackshire family that would allow them to forgive him, something he knows about firsthand.
When I was 11 years old, my father was murdered by gunfire. The man that shot him never went to jail and is still living life as he wants today. I'm a God-fearing man, but to this day, I've never forgiven that man.
Earlier today, we reached out to the Blackshire family to let them know about our conversation with Starks. The family still believes he intentionally stepped in front of the car and welcomes the Civil Service Commission decision to uphold the termination. You can read the family's full statement, including the full interview, that full 50-minute interview on our website. That is KARK.com. Back to you.
Mitch, thanks very much. We're learning more tonight about a shooting that left a man injured. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office says they have arrested Matt Hughes. He's a 30-year-old from El Dorado. He's accused of shooting Travis Weaver. We know this shooting happened on B and B Circle. Hughes has been charged with battery and gun charges. Weaver is expected to recover fully.
He needs to get his act together on the building one way or another.
3 attorneys in Little Rock filing a complaint against a man who owns a deteriorating vacant building that's sitting next door to their firm. It's located on West 2nd Street. Members of the firm and people in downtown tell KARK4's Rochelle Turner the longer the building sits, the more of a safety concern it becomes. Rochelle, fill us in.
That's right, Bob and Ashley. Good evening to you. The building has been vacant since the late 90s, and according to these court documents, the owner purchased the building in 2015. Now, last year, parts of that building fell onto the sidewalk, and now they have this fence that's blocking the area. You can see weeds coming up out of the ground and sandbags that are still falling apart. There's lots to see in downtown Little Rock. But this vacant building on 2nd Street is drawing some concerns.
I believe it's less than a foot.
It sits next to the law office of Dodds, Kidd, Ryan, and Rowan Law Firm.
We are not the same building. We're not directly connected, but we are very close.
Members of the law firm filed a lawsuit against Rowan Development and its owner, Jacob Chi.
He's been telling us that he's going to have plans and is going to do things, but it's just never come to fruition. We want him to fix it. We want him to clean it up, tear it down, do something so it's not a danger to everybody.
The lawsuit asks that the building be declared a nuisance. The firm says the windows have been open in the past year and a half. Trash sits around the building and problems continue to grow.
We are nervous about whether there's mold there. We have air conditioning and heating units on the roof that I'm sure are exposed to whatever elements are in there.
The lawsuit also says the owner has not made any effort to maintain the building he purchased 4 years ago.
Look at there. That's a shame.
In May of 2018, parts of the building fell onto the sidewalk.
That's a great concern. That not only scary, it's dangerous.
People like Philip Bryant says the building is an eyesore to the downtown area.
It's in the way. People need to walk up and down the sidewalk. That's why they built these sidewalks, for people to walk. Now they got a fence around the sidewalk. You have to walk out in the street, might get hit by a car, because the owner is negligent in what he's supposed to do with this building.
The firm says safety is a top concern, and they want the problem fixed.
We try to be good neighbors. We don't want to be in a lawsuit with our neighbor.
Stand by, Bob.
Now, the suit says the owner was cited in municipal court for failure to maintain the building and says that he entered a no contest plea. The owner has several businesses in Little Rock area, and we've reached out to a restaurant he owns, but as of right now have not heard back from him.